evening, guys. Welcome back to Tomorrowaday Farms. Today we're going to work on some potato patties. I was requested to show you guys how we did it in our family. This is a real good way to use up those extra mashed potatoes kicking around in your fridge. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. I'm just going to pause you and spin you around and we'll get started making potato patties. Alright, so our recipe is super simple. This was a grandma's recipe. It's just a great way to use up. I don't know if it's an English thing, okay? But I'm going to add 1 egg to this. Got my pig bucket. We're going to just add the normal stuff, salt and pepper. These are those holiday mashed potatoes. This is the leftover. And I would do salt and pepper to your taste, okay? My mom always put onion in hers. A couple teaspoons of salt. Okay, but I'm just going to use some dehydrated onion here. Okay. She always chopped up an onion and put in it. My hands there, guys, honestly, are way too sore. I already broke a Pyrex dish today, so I'm not doing that today. And then a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. In that goes. And I really think this is to everybody's family's preference, whoever made these. But this is one of my most favorite things on the next to cream peas on toast. This is one of my favorites. And then in a separate pie dish, I have some flour with salt and pepper in it because we are going to bread these. I have cast iron on with lard in it. We only ever cook them in lard, guys. If you're not a fan of that, then butter will scorch, so I would go like a vegetable oil if lard is not your thing. But I don't eat these every week. So now we're just going to add some flour to that. Okay. And this just holds them together as we're cooking them. Still a little wet, so I'm going to add a little bit more. It'll depend on your potatoes, but it's usually roughly about half a cup, okay? And it really takes your mashed potatoes and extends them. So like this was just a dab, like there wasn't a whole lot in there. All right, so now that's ready. It's not as sticky anymore. So I'm gonna wash my hands, guys, and get you guys moved over to the stove, and then we're gonna get busy making these, okay? Alright, guys, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about so much. I roll it in a ball first, and that's when you know you have enough flour in it. And that's it. And then I just dust it in the flour. This is how my mom did it. This is how Grandma did it. My mom always made really big ones, though, because she... my brother and my dad were real big eaters. Okay. But you make them to whatever size you want. And just roll them in that flour. And I have about 1/4 inch of lard in my pan as well. Michael really enjoys these. We eat these for breakfast as well sometimes. If I have like leftovers, like leftover ones from supper, we'll heat these up and eat them with a few eggs, some bacon, or whatever we may have kicking around, or sometimes it's just these and eggs. Alright. Maybe I'll just make a great big one here for Michael. And that didn't take long at all. So I'll get cleaned up here, guys, and I'll take you over to the frying pan. I have my stove on medium, and I'll bring you right back. Alright, guys, so I turned my stove down just a little bit here. It's not very level, as you can see, the oil, but the thing about these is you don't want to touch them. You want them to crust on the bottom. Lard is the key. And then you gently flip them. Gotta watch those middle ones with electric here. Holy, that's beautiful. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this crust on this side, and these will only take about 15 minutes to make, and then I'll just put a lid on them or pop them in the oven. I have my oven on. I'm going to put them in my oven just to keep them warm while I'm cooking the rest of dinner. So I'll bring you guys back when these are all done and before I put them in the oven. Alright guys, here are the potato patties. We're just going to have it with a simple pork roast tonight and a few leftovers. But that's supper for tonight, guys. And I will put a recipe down in the description box. But that's how I make potato patties. If you like this video, guys, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell. And that's it. Simple, easy food. And I will see you guys super soon. Bye.